Well, just got two coats of epoxy on it. Managed to drag my air hose in a spot there, but good thing it's not paint, right? Haha. Yeah. All you other painters out there tell me this never happens to you, right? Alright. Got all the channel sanded inside there, and where I put that patch piece on the roof, I blocked down that JB weld that I put over the welds there, and also put some all inside across there. Still got a little bit of a line, but I'll sand that out a little more later. I still got, seam sealer or drip check sealer that I can put in there. But got all that taken care of. Got the door jamb there all taken down to bare metal. All this rocker panel was taken down to bare metal a couple of weeks ago, maybe more. And so car, it's pretty straight. I don't know if you can see that there. I mean, that part in there, I don't see any dents at all. Right up there, that spot is where the lead was at. And I purposely sanded it down a little bit low because the places that I found lead back here around the taillight panel, there was rust all under the lead. I'm just assuming maybe water got on the back side or up in between here and the taillight panel and creeped around. Got in there and rusted it, but I had to take all the lead out anyway because we were replacing the taillight panel. But anyway, this car, like I said, got it down to bare metal, and you can see, I think there's a couple low spots right through there. It could just be some wet spots in the epoxy still. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But one little ding there, and I actually put that in there whenever I was adjusting the trunk hinges. The trunk hinge was too high, so I was lifting up on it. And if you lift up and kind of spring it down, that somehow or another bends something in there. Maybe the trunk itself, I really couldn't tell you, but it makes the deck lid suck down more. But the deck lid was way high above the quarter panel up there. And anyway, whenever I lifted that thing up, it pushed the corner of the trunk lid right into there and pushed a little dent in it. So I get to fix that. But other than that, trying to find where it was. Maybe on the other side. But there's just some little small ripples across here. Not much. That's a screw hole that I had in earlier where I had the quarter panel up higher. I left it there on purpose just to test fit this and make sure it was all fitting in the body lines where it needed to, because the only body line I had to go by here was this one, and this quarter panel here is cut off right across there, so I didn't have anything down there to line it up by. I had this line back here to line up by, so I went with that. And I left this part so I could fit all that together, get it lined up. I put a screw in there to hold it in place, and then screwed all that down. Then once I knew I had everything where I needed it, then I drew my line across there and just cut it straight across, and I'll weld that hole up. But trying to see. There's a little ding right there. And not positive. I think down here someplace. No, it was on the other side of the car. On the other side of the car, I got a little ding right there. On the other side of the car, there's a little spot down there somewhere where it's got a little rust hole starting to come through. I gotta weld that up. But, there's a few little ripples there, but that's actually where I was DNing it with that 40 grit, and it's just cut. So little bitty ripples in the metal there. If I can get my camera to focus. I don't know if you can see them, they're barely there. They're right across there. Just a couple little ripples. Like I said, that's where I was DNing it with that 40 grit. And it will actually eat into the metal a little bit, but that's how you get some of these rust pits out or all that stuff. You know, you just have to keep at it, you know, but not go too far. You don't want to get the metal too thin. Whew. All right. Got that part done. I'm going to shut the door back up and get this lower part of this quarter panel fit on there and see about probably welding up these holes that were drilled in there where they tried to pull the dent out. And like I said, I got them behind there with a 2x4 and a 4-pound hammer that I got. Kept hitting on it. I got it pushed out quite a bit because it was pushed in probably 3/4 to 7/8 of an inch, and I got it out quite a ways. I'm going to say I pushed it out about 5/8 of an inch, but I couldn't get it to budge anymore because the inside of the door jamb part is welded to that, and since it was bent in and creased or whatever, I just couldn't get it pushed back out. So that's why I just put a whole bunch of tack welds across there so I wouldn't warp it up too bad, and built it up to make the quarter panel come out to the door. And I also welded inside down that way to get the door gap a lot better than it was. And you can't really see much now. I know them welds look awful, but when I grind them down, there's no pinholes in them. It's all solid. So just as I've said before, I'm a self-taught welder, and but I've never had any problems with anything breaking. I made my own frame for a 1929 Model A sedan about 20 some odd years ago, and never had any problem with that. So anyway, and I welded my Nova over there and had a Toyota pickup that was wrecked. Had to cut the front end off of it and welded that on, and I drove that thing for years. And I drove the crap out of it. I drove it through the river bottoms, ramping it through mud holes and everything else. Didn't have any problems. So. Anyway, pardon my sniffles here. The door's open, and it's probably about 35 degrees outside, approximately. So my nose is running. I always sniffle anyway because I have sinus problems. But anyway, so this video is getting too long. So I'm going to stop, get started on putting that lower quarter panel on, test fitting it, getting it all where it needs to be, and then get the tail light panel up there, see where that is, and then I'll weld on that and see about getting this, after I get all this put together, then take it all back apart and put the tail light panel on, weld it in place, then put the quarter panels on and weld them in place. I'm going to try to get that done tonight. It's going to be a long night because it's probably going on 7 o'clock now. But there's my second update for the day. I might do another one later tonight. As always, if you like what I'm sharing, hit the thumbs up and share the videos and subscribe to the channel and click the little red bell so you get notified for all the new videos. Appreciate it. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can maybe make my channel monetary, because I've got a few videos on my 68 Nova that I've done things on, and I've got like 2,000 views on some of the videos. And once I can get 1,000 subscribers, then I can start getting paid for my videos, and that'll help out a little bit, because I do this work as cheap as I can for people to help them out. So every little bit that I get helps me out. So, like I said, like the channel, subscribe, and share. Have a good night. God bless y'all.